World Championships can be a difficult one indeed, and 34-year-old Leigh Jane's Provisor was a long shot to make the U.S. team. She put her head down and did what she does best, beating Jennifer Page 7-5 and 8-8, securing her third world team berth at 60 kilos. Seems like a great and challenging story, a great accomplishment. Well, when she arrived with her family back in Colorado as June 22nd, she and her husband Ben and little baby Evelyn were en route in what could have been a rather uneventful day. But after a very serious car accident, she was able to walk away, and she joins us now. Leigh Jane's Provisor, a challenging day indeed. Welcome back, and congratulations on being able to walk away. And the pictures on the screen tell the story truly. But it was a very serious car accident that could have cost the life of you, your husband, and your little daughter.
Yes, I actually thought I was a goner when that split second that the car you realize that the car coming towards you isn't going to stop, and I just braced for the impact. She hit my passenger side door going 60 miles per hour. And, I don't know what to say. Like, I really the thought crossed my mind that this is how I was going to go. And, I was concerned for Evelyn. I was concerned for our puppy, Marley, who's right here. She's only 11 months, and she's a golden doodle. Say hi, Marley.
Hey, Marley.
So she was in the car, too, and she was the only one that wasn't strapped down. So there was a moment of, like, complete and utter just terror, because we were hit so hard that we just drove up on our side, and the bread truck that was turning also crushed our roof. So we passed Evelyn through the window. She seemed to be unharmed. She just seemed to be a little bit like scared, rattled up. And then I climbed through the window, and then Ben climbed through the window, and then we located Marley, who had escaped out the back window. And she was down the street.
So it was a day that you're able to look back upon now with just a little bit of humor. It was only moments before when little Evie was wanting to get out of her car seat. She wanted out of the seatbelt. Is that right?
Yeah. For 3 hours on the drive, for 3 hours, she was like, lap, 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 out, out. And she was trying to pull her thing out. So I was like, no, you can't get out, Evelyn. You have to stay. And look, everybody's in our seatbelt, Evelyn. We have to stay in our seatbelt. And out, out, out. And 3 hours, she almost broke me. And, by the time we got there, I was ready to okay, we're almost at the grocery store. And, I can let you out for a little bit or whatever. And then the accident happened. And now she's like, seatbelt, seatbelt. And I was like, yeah, seatbelt. So she's pretty much learned the importance of putting her seatbelt on and keeping her seatbelt on. It takes discipline, because that neck belt, that one that goes across your chest, is really irritating. And I believe the people in the other car that struck us took their chest belt off, and they sustained injuries too. They have a broken nose, and the lady had to get a CAT scan, and she hurt her knees on the dashboard. So it is a pain in the butt to have to wear your seatbelt all the time, but I'm 100% sure that between the safety of our Subaru is what saved our life that day.
So at 34 years old, you're able to make a third world team. And what is a great challenge to me, and perhaps rising above it all, is the strength of the mother, the strength of the pair, the husband or wife, and then, of course, the strength of the athlete. The U.S. Army has provided a fresh new power for you. It seems like you've rediscovered your talent, your strength, and your ability. Can you talk to that?
Well, I mean, the age, it is a factor, and I guess there is a point where your athletic ability starts going downhill. I don't really feel like I reached my the apex of my athletic ability. It happens different for everybody. I was a late starter in wrestling, and so I don't have as many years under my belt. For instance, Jenna Burkett has about 16 years of wrestling, and I have about 16 years of wrestling. So, chronologically, I don't have as much experience as you would think. So the development of my wrestling, I feel like, is coming to its peak. But it's a mental factor. I tell myself every day, it doesn't matter what anybody else tells me. It's like I define when to walk away, and I say when it's over, and it's not over yet. The Army, they just train. They're used to training older athletes. They have a history of success. I was the first female wrestler to participate in the Women's Armed Forces Championships this year, and we won our 14th consecutive title. And they just have a way about them that they train people to be resilient. They train them to go out there and win the fight. And, not that the Olympic Training Center, they supplemented me through my pregnancy, past my pregnancy. They helped me build a new foundation of strength and wrestling. I got to start all over and completely reinvent myself. And it took a long time, and there were moments that I wasn't sure that this was going to work out how I thought it was going to work out. But, I basically spoke it into existence. I knew that I had the ability to make the world team, and it was an ugly match, but I made it.
I wanted this to be a completely different interview for a lot of reasons because of it being special, you being a mom. I wanted Evelyn to be evident. I wanted Marley to be around. I wanted Ben to be grabbing a cup of coffee and waking up early in the day with everybody as the sun peeks over the mountains in Colorado Springs. It's a different kind of interview for a lot of reasons, but we go back to competition, 7-5 and 8-8 over an always tough Paige. Can you talk to us about Jennifer Paige and the level she brings to the mat when it comes time for competition?
She's so strong, and she works so hard, and she's fiery. So she's got that passion for the sport. And I knew that it was going to be a tough match. You never know what's going to happen through the mini tournament. I felt like I dominated at nationals. I think I caught her a little bit off guard. I think she just wasn't. She wasn't prepared for me at that time. I knew she would spend those 4 weeks from nationals to trials really preparing herself, really get that fire under her belt. She posted on her Facebook wall that, she didn't get what she wanted at nationals, but she got what she needed. So I was just thinking, oh snap, she's coming after me, and she didn't, I don't think that she had the best mini tournament, but I knew that she would come through it. I knew that if she kept her, kept her cool and wrestled her game, that she was going to come through the mini tournament and she was going to be a tough competitor. I mean, the way she trains and who she has around her at this time is, it's going to be hard to beat, and that's the beauty about the United States of America and training with the Army and training with the Olympic Training Center. It's like we literally have the best in the world right here in our room. And so whoever comes out of that pool of people is prepared to win. And I'm confident in that. But the first match, they challenged something. I'm not sure what it was. And I really thought that they were going to swing their way. I believe they challenged that the score was not on the board at the time. She had me in a chin whip position, and I just kept holding and holding and holding and holding. I was like, I gotta find my way back on top, and I found my way back on top for the one, and I turned to her back with a half for two, and I was able to regain the lead. And she came at me, guns a-blazing, and took me down right at the edge of the mat, and I had a few seconds left, and I just, rallied and worked to get a takedown. And so those matches, they were super tight. And the 8-8 match, I was winning 8-2 after the half, and mentally, I almost thought like I just shut down, and I don't know what happened. I need to look at that and talk to Sports Psych about it and get better about focusing through the entire match. But she almost took it away from me with 3 takedowns in a row in less than a minute. And then 15 seconds, I held on for the Merkel to get the win by criteria. It's an incredible win. I just said, whatever happens here today, this is, I'm just going to go out here and do my best. And, fortunately, it turned in my favor.
Did you know on the final whistle, did you know that you would have gotten the criteria win on a tie score?
No, after the third takedown, I thought she was winning because she got the last point. She got the last takedown. And, so I'm going to attack her now, last 15 second, drill. And I'm going after her, and I hear Ben over in the corner, and he's like, you're winning. It's, you got the four. And I completely forgot about it because it was so early in the first round. And I was like, oh shoot. And then, and she gets in on a single, and she tips me back just a second. She tips me back, and I try to like regain my footing. And then, you know, the picture that Tony Rotundo took, it says it all. I just got my feet planted solid on the ground. I choked her as hard as I could in that Merkle. And I was like, I'm going to hold on for dear life. and so, you know, I don't know. I just edged her out. She's so tough. I mean, she's an incredible wrestler. So
It's a long time between now and September 7th through the 12th at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. But there's work to be done between now and then. Can you describe what that time period looks like for competition and for training as we prepare for the world to come to Las Vegas?
Yeah, an 8 week. I told myself, like, once I completed this task, I knew that I'd have 8 weeks to prepare. I wasn't in the best shape and it wasn't the strongest when it came to the World Team Trials. And I know that's bad to say, but you know, at 34, I really needed to manage my body to the point where I knew that I wasn't going to go into these bigger competitions injured. So, you know, 8 weeks of a hard training cycle leading to the World Championships. I've been on the world team 2 times in a row. Both times I felt like I was just burnt out when I stepped out there in my first match. And so I took a risk, and I came into World Team Trials just a little bit less in shape, just a little bit. My conditioning was good. I didn't feel as, my conditioning, my lungs felt good. But, you know, with the polishing of the technique and with, you know, with lifting and stuff like that. And I had backed off a little bit and took a huge risk coming into trials being a little bit under prepared. And so now I know that I have, you know, we've been training out at WCAP here since Monday. I'm in Nebraska for to train some other younger girls at a camp, but then I'll be back and we'll be hitting it pretty hard. And so I just need to get in the best shape possible. I need to hit the weight room. I need to hit those live goes and work on specific situations that are relevant to me. I will do some scouting after we go to Spain and after the Pan American Games to see who's out there and who's performing well. And you know, but I don't want to spend all that time focusing on what others are going to do. I just need to polish my own stuff and go out there and be ready to perform with my own game and control the tie. So,
you know, you talk about being in shape. Even when pregnant with Evie, I believe you could have done takedowns with anybody. I truly do. You've been what I call a high-level athlete for an awful long time. It seems like second nature. And then now, you know, with the endorsement, the support, the coaching, and the love that you get from Ben, I got to believe that, you know, you're even in a better place today to challenge for a world title as a member of the world team. I think it's a tremendous opportunity, very inspirational. And as I said at the very beginning, the road to the World Championships for everybody can be very, very difficult. It seems like periodically there are always different kinds of challenges that you're facing, but you really do step up and face them with a great deal of class. And I really wanted to talk to you and specifically about the car accident, then of course about your performance at the World Team Trials in Madison. But it was a hectic week so far. I know you're still waiting for your rental car so you can get back to being a 2-car family so you can do what you guys need to do. But I'm looking forward to it. The Nike hot seat is generally only populated by one at a time. Now we're going to ask you to do something no one else has ever done, and that's invite their little daughter into the Nike hot seat along with her. So if Evelyn can join you, and then perhaps we can have all 3 members of the Provisor family on camera. I think that would be awesome.
Okay, don't judge me. She just woke up, but her hair looks like baby Einstein. Come on, Evelyn.
So we're waiting for the arrival of Evelyn.
Hey,
and there she is.
Hey, do you want to watch? You want to go in the computer? It's not Pajanimals though.
Come here, honey.
She watches Jim Henson's Pajanimals. It's like her favorite show on the planet.
Well,
Hi.
can you blame her? There she is. Hi, Evelyn. Where's your seatbelt, Evelyn?
You want to put your seatbelt on?
Seatbelt.
Yeah.
Seatbelt. That's right. Evelyn, are you proud of your mommy and daddy?
Hey, Dad.
Yes.
Hey, mama.
The absolute little doll. We'll have to get her some little tiny Nike wrestling shoes.
All right. Say, I need some.
There they are. It's been an absolute pleasure. And Ben, if you could poke your head in for just a moment, I surely get a chance to see you periodically as well. And I don't think there's been anybody out there working any harder, but great to see you. Thanks for sharing some time with us today, and with your wife, of course, and your little baby. But I'm so glad that you guys were able to walk away from that terrific accident. The pictures, I think, speak for themselves. So thank you, Ben.
Oh yeah, the accident was horrible. You know, it was life-changing. So we're just gonna take every day and try to get the best out of every day, and that's all we can hope for. You know?
How quickly did you put your arms around those two and hug them?
Oh, you know, it was instant. You know, after the
Ben, you can sit down. Okay.
as soon as the accident happened, you know, like Leigh said, I really honestly did think Leigh was gone. I didn't expect to see Leigh conscious or, I mean, really alive because of how hard we got hit. I mean, I don't know how fast they were going, but I know you got to hit a Subaru pretty hard to flip it. And, you know, I'm just blessed. You know, I'm happy that we were able to, nobody got hurt, and, you know, we're still able to move on towards Vegas and towards Rio, you know, with no injuries, you know, thank God. So
how proud are you of your wife coming back from the time off with the pregnancy and everything? I mean, you saw the challenges that a woman faces up close and personal with what Leigh did to make her third world team. What are your thoughts about that?
You know, I think it's awesome. You know, I don't know if there has been. I know there's been. Who's that? Christy Davis, the multi-time medalist, also had a baby. And
she's a beast.
Was pregnant and stuff. But yeah, it's. I don't see many women doing it, and it was an amazing accomplishment. You know, for like Leigh said, you know, for the first year after her pregnancy, it was a struggle and it was hard. But, you know, the whole time I was telling her, you know, just keep your head down, you'll get it, you know. Because like you said, she's one of the most natural athletes that you've ever seen. And I just, you know, I needed more time with her on the mat, and I just needed to get her head right. And, you know, luckily I grew up with great coaching, you know, with Dennis Hall and Troy Steiner around my area, and I was able to really, you know, see wrestling. You know, like Leigh said, she's only been wrestling for 16 years, and I've been wrestling for over 18, and I'm 10 years younger than her. So it's just a matter of, you know, getting the right coaching and getting the right people to support you. And WCAF has done a great job for that. You know, alongside, you know, the training center weightlifting program really helped her. And you know, I'm just proud of her. And now we just gotta get in the best shape possible that we can get in for Worlds and hopefully go win a world title for the USA.
As your father would probably endorse, this is truly a grassroots effort, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, definitely a family effort. It was, you know, this year I came back from another surgery. I had hernia surgery, and then came back. I was #1, and I got hurt again. So I've honestly just been at home taking care of my daughter and coaching my wife. That's all that our family's been doing. So, you know, it's a wrestling family, and we hope to keep it that way.
That's what I'm talking about. Always good to talk to you, Ben. Leigh, thank you so much. And again, congratulations on making the world team, and to all three of you, just blessings on your home for being able to survive the tragic car accident. We've shown the pictures throughout the interview of the vehicle, and it's amazing anybody walked away, let alone all three of you plus Marley. So thanks again for the time in the Nike hot seat today. It's the first time we've had three people, let alone two, three people in the Nike hot seat. It was a little bit crowded for a moment, but you know what? I like it that way. It's a good thing. Ben Provisor, Leigh James Provisor, and Evelyn, thank you so much. And a little special shout out to Marley as well.
Anytime. Have a good one.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. I'm Scott Casper. Thanks for watching.